I just applied my skincare, which is why my face is like so glowy and it's a lot. I didn't even use anything that was like particularly glowy, but she's fresh, she's clean. I also got dressed for the day. Yay! But it is currently about 8 in the morning and I'm getting ready to start my day. I got dressed because I'm trying to make sure that I do that, so then that like signals to me that it's time to start working. I don't know why I'm so out of breath this morning. What is happening? I got up at 5 this morning. I've had a really good day. I had more of like a, I don't want to say lazy day, but like more of a rest day today, because yesterday I also got up at 5 because I've been working on that, which we will get more to later. I rode my bike to the gym because I got a bike recently, but I rode my bike to the gym, went to the gym for like the first time in literal months, and then rode my bike home and was just like so productive all before it was even 8 in the morning. I had like showered, done my skincare, brushed my teeth, gone to the gym, done a workout, all of that stuff. So yesterday was like a really productive day, but that's not what like every day is supposed to look like. So today is more of a rest and relaxation day. But I hadn't really planned on doing this video today, but I am reading 3 books currently and I am loving them all so much that like I felt like I would be remiss if I didn't vlog my experience of reading them. So 2 of them are fiction, 1 of them is self-help, but the self-help one honestly reads like fiction, like it is like a fictional self-help book. It's very interesting, but I'm almost done it, but it's The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. I have seen this book everywhere and I have been waking up at around 5, like aiming for that for the past few years now. It's like on and off how good I am about it, but lately I have been really good because I know like it makes me feel good when I'm able to have kind of like a 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5. I love doing that and having some time for myself in the morning, and I'm honestly loving this book. I wasn't expecting to. Definitely some things I'm like about, but it is written like a fictional story with these characters going on this like retreat essentially and learning all about the 5 a.m. club and the methods, and it's like this billionaire and stuff. Definitely not at all what I was expecting. Like there was a love story in here too. So if you are like a fiction reader strictly but you want to get more into self-help, I feel like this book is a good place to start because it is like a fictional story that ends up turning into a self-help story. Like it's really simultaneous. I'm hoping to finish this one today because like I really am almost done, and then I'm going to kind of like go back and try and process what I read, because obviously with a self-help book that is kind of like the vibe that, you know, you want to try and understand and like take notes and retain the information that you're reading. So yeah, this is the first thing that I've been starting out with, and it has been really encouraging me to stick to this 5 a.m. wake up schedule. But in addition to that, I'm reading 2 other books. Do I have them both in front of me? No, I don't. I have the one here, but it's The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. The other one is over there, and I'll tell you about those other 2 books later. So I actually need to film my podcast or record my podcast for my Patreon. I kind of have left it to the last minute, which happens sometimes. Like I love doing the podcast, so it's really not a big deal, but I am going to record my podcast this morning so then that can go up today, and we're just gonna have a really good day. It's gonna be a great day. I'm excited. I'm excited to be vlogging. I have been loving vlogging, so that's what we're sticking to. But yay! Good morning, guys, and welcome to the Reading Rabbit Hole and Other Curiosities podcast, episode number 14. I'm not really hungry, to be honest, but I know that like if I don't eat now, I will be starving later. So I'm just having like, this is my go-to really small breakfast when I'm not really hungry because it has like protein and everything. Although I've never added jam, but I think that was a really good idea. I don't know why I haven't thought of it before. This is my second coffee of the day, so I'm switching to decaf because I'm honestly not really feeling super well right now, but I think maybe it's because I haven't eaten yet, so I'm going to eat and maybe that will make me feel a little bit better, but we'll see. If not, I might lay down a little bit. I did get my podcast recorded and uploaded at least. So I was talking about how to read more this week, and it was actually such a fun one. Like, I could not stop talking. I just had so much to say. But that sip never tastes good, but I need to add more sweetener and there's no room. But it's actually going to be a series on my podcast because I want to talk next time about like how exactly to make reading a habit, since I've been like working on that quite a bit. So I think it's going to be fun, but I'm really happy with how it turned out and that I was able to like get the episode done. I love doing the podcast, honestly, because I love just talking, which is also why I love vlogging, because it's just like I can kind of talk about whatever, which is always really nice. But while I eat this, I'm going to get started on some work because I have a lot to do. It is lunchtime and I have some errands to run, and I was like making really slow progress on my to-do list, so I decided that it would probably be best if I just smash out these errands, because then that's going to be like a large chunk of more high energy things that are done. So I have a return to bring, and I can do two things while I'm here. This is my first stop, so I also have to pick up a prescription, so I'll wait for that, drop off my return, and then after that I have to do groceries. We're getting stuff done. So that actually took forever. Like, I was not expecting to be gone that long. It only took half an hour, but like I didn't realize that my insurance had expired and then I had to update it, but like there were so many struggles getting there, and my phone is gonna fall, so let me just move it. I'm just gonna put it here. That makes the most sense. But I would have come with my boyfriend because he speaks French, so it would have been easier, but it's fine. We got there. We did get there finally. But do a little haul for you guys. This isn't all drugs. I just have a bag like that because I checked out at the pharmacy. So I got a few things that I had been needing. I got some vanilla brulee Epsom salts. I've never had an Epsom salt bath, but I've heard it's all the rage, so wanted to do that. I also got some exfoliant, like body wash exfoliant, so that should be nice, and some body lotion, because the only one that I have is like an in-shower one, but I wanted to have one upstairs, so then I'll put like the in-shower one downstairs. And then I got two things, like two different vitamins, because I ran out of both of my vitamins. So I have D3, which I probably don't need because it's summer, so maybe I'll save this for when it's not summer. Oh, I also didn't get the ones that have sugar on them. Dang it. Oh well. And then a multivitamin with hair, skin, and nails support. And then I got my medications, my antidepressants, and whatchamacallit, ADHD medication. So fun times. Now, I was hoping to already be done groceries by this point, or like halfway through, so that sucks, but I am going to head to the grocery store to get that done really quickly. It's so hot. I am wearing a sweater, but like, oh my gosh. So I got everything on my list except for one thing, and also I want raspberries, but I can't find raspberries anywhere, but I haven't had them in a really long time. Someone just pulled up next to me, so I feel very uncomfortable. It just took way longer than I was expecting at the pharmacy, so I'm just gonna head home and have lunch. I'm very hungry. Look at this. Actually, listen to it. Look. You could kill someone with this lime. These are the old fruit. I'm just cleaning up because I obviously just did groceries, as you know. I am going to be like meal prepping and stuff later. So for now, I'm just going to put away like my perishable items, and then like I'll organize it better later. But grocery haul, red peppers because they are the superior pepper, broccoli, Boston lettuce for a recipe that I'm going to be making, also blueberries. I splurged on some red seedless grapes, so expensive, and I got a couple of mangoes. Here are the new limes, so those are fresh, and I got myself some big white onions because I only had like small and medium ones, so needed some big ones. The only kind of apple that I'll eat is Pink Lady, but they didn't have any, so I'm really taking a chance on these apples. These are Cosmic Crisp. I hope that they're gonna be good. They're huge. We're gonna find out though, because I wanted an apple, but they didn't have any Pink Lady. I got 2 things of strawberries that are local, so they come in like the little, I don't know, they come in little containers. Some tomatoes for like sandwiches and stuff. Always good to have. Just tons of fruits and veggies, honestly. Iceberg lettuce. Bananas that hopefully I will eat before they go too ripe because it's like 2 seconds. And then a couple lemons, cucumbers. And I got some jalapenos for a recipe that I'm making. I discovered that if I take out the seeds, they're not too spicy for me. I'm a baby when it comes to spice. I got some local apricots as well. Some eggs. Brioche buns for a recipe that is actually, what else does it need? Where did I even put it? Oh, here we go. It's a crab cake recipe, like a crab cake burger. I can't find real crab, so I just got imitation. I've made it with that before, and it tasted pretty much the same. Green onions, I pretty much always like to have on hand. A giant thing of avocados, because delicious, especially this time of year. Love avocados. Here are the other jalapenos. Pineapple for, I think it's the same recipe maybe, I'm not sure. And I got some of these chicken things because they were on special. I got some ground chicken for tonight's dinner, and then there's something else that I'm making. And then I also picked up some chicken cutlets, so these are already like sliced thin. I got creamer for my coffees, cottage cheese, which I'm trying because I'm trying to get more protein in, so we'll see if I like it. Kind of iffy on it. I'm trying some puffed quinoa, and then diced tomatoes and roasted red peppers. I want to eat lunch because I'm really hungry, so I'm going to put all of this stuff in the fridge, just kind of shove it in there and take care of that later. If you don't know, our pool heater's broken, but it's so hot today that it's like, I don't even know, but the pool is warm. So I'm 100% like just giving up on my schedule for the day. Well, the rest of the day at least, and just doing this. I did actually already make dinner because my boyfriend's on the midnight shift. He has to eat early, so dinner's already made. I'm obviously like done work. It's just I had some extra things to do, but they're gonna have to wait for another day. Also, all my neighbors can see me, so I don't want to bring my camera out here. I'm just gonna film on my phone. I hope that's okay. But I might listen to an audiobook while I'm out here because I actually haven't really done much reading today, and I did actually want to get some done. I just want to enjoy the pool for right now. I'm sure you guys can probably hear the birds. If my neighbors come out, I'm just gonna pretend I'm FaceTiming. So that's gonna be funny, but that was so lovely. I floated in the pool for a very long time, and then I remembered and realized I didn't have my floaties in the pool yet because it hadn't been nice enough. But today it's finally warm enough, and tomorrow it's actually supposed to be warm enough, so I did finally take them out. So I was just floating around on my floaty. I was listening to my audiobook, but then I actually decided to take some time to do a little meditation which I wasn't expecting to do. Honestly, I've never been that person. I've never liked it. I'm still not very good at it, but I do enjoy it. So I just did that and floated around the pool and was having a great time. But now it's dinner time, so I made, it's like a chicken cashew ginger pineapple stir fry. So it smells really good, but I haven't taken a bite yet. Taste test. I'm trying to get a bite with like everything in it, especially like pineapple. I think this is a good bite. That is very good. The recipe's from Half Baked Harvest. If I remember, I'll link it down below, but you should be able to find it. So I'm going to eat this. I'm all set up with like my iPad, which is what you guys are resting on right now, but I'm going to eat this and probably just watch some YouTube videos while I do that and just like enjoy this beautiful evening now that it's cooled down a little bit. It was so hot, but now that it's cooled down, I can actually sit out here with the dogs, which is nice. really nailed it. There we go. So my hair is in a super slicked back bun now. I am in my pajamas and I'm just going to take some time to clean up the kitchen. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to listen to my audiobook. It's kind of later. I'm running a little bit behind schedule because I was enjoying the sun, but like, it's fine. It's really not the end of the world at all. I try to do like 20 minutes of tidying every night so then things don't get unmanageable. That's the idea. So even if I just take 10 minutes, I'll be really happy about it. But like, I feel like I can spare 20 minutes every night to make myself feel better tomorrow. Like essentially I'm doing something for myself tomorrow, just ahead of time. So that's nice. But I have been like cleaning up throughout the night, so I don't have all that much. I just kind of need to like put away all the stuff from dinner. I'm just vibing in my little galaxy room, but I'm having a snack. I cut up the mango really horribly and some pineapple, and then I have some dates with peanut butter in them. I have been listening to The Wishing Game while I have been doing all of this, and it is quite enjoyable so far. Honestly, I'm loving it. It's basically about like, I kind of think of the equivalent would be like Mary Pope Osborne with the Magic Treehouse series. If she was like huge, like to the level of some other authors that we don't really speak of anymore, but essentially like Harry Potter huge, but Harry Potter also exists in this world. Archer is so shook right now. But essentially, like this guy wrote all these books. He is the author of them. He was kind of reclusive, like lives on this island that is actually something that exists, but these books were like super popular. Everyone has read them. Everyone knows about them. And then this is like years and years later, there's a contest and it's like special people who have been picked for this contest. I feel like I'm doing a really bad job of explaining it, but it's just such a sweet and heartfelt story so far. I am very interested in where it's going to go. I really love the characters. Like, it just seems like the perfect kind of cozy and sweet read. So I am thoroughly enjoying this one. So I think I'm going to vibe with my little galaxy light. I might add the little starlights. So then we have a little, wait for it. There we go. So then we have some stars in here too. I am probably just going to chill for a little bit and listen to my audiobook actually probably. Then I'm gonna go to bed and hopefully have a good night's sleep. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Guys, so I've been up for a while, but I have been kind of getting a slower start to the day. I have a headache this morning, which is kind of annoying, but that's why I just made like a really simple breakfast. As much as I say it was a slow morning, I have done quite a bit. I finished my book, The 5 a.m. Club, which I did end up liking, but I can also totally understand why people wouldn't really like it. But for me, I kind of just like gleaned what I wanted from it, and for that reason I enjoyed it. That's kind of what I do with self-help books that I'm reading. So I find it really beneficial to me and like my lifestyle and kind of the area that I'm at in my life. So I quite enjoyed it. It was kind of losing me a little bit in the end, and there were definitely parts that I was like and like cringed a little bit, but overall it was good. So I don't know what self-help book I'm going to read next. I will figure that out. But when I finished with that, I did some yoga because I had kind of wanted to go to the gym today. That was my original plan, but then I woke up and I just was not feeling it at all. I didn't really want to go, and I'm trying to both honor that but also recognize when I'm just being lazy rather than like my body actually needs a rest and a break. But I looked at like what I've done in the past few days, and I've done a ton of bike rides that have been very long, and those are like harder. Went to the gym, and then yesterday I did some Pilates, so I was like, I can understand why. I think like my body actually does need a break. So instead I did some yoga, and I did it outside, and it was kind of a challenge with 2 dogs, but I did really enjoy it. I wanted to like this month do it at least once a week, so now that's done, and I think that it's something that I'm going to try and do going forward and like see if I end up liking it. But I did tell you I was going to tell you about like all the books that I'm reading. So the other book that I'm reading that I haven't told you guys about yet is Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. I was reading this last night because this is the book that I'm like physically reading, and it's just the perfect poolside read. Reminds me so much of Every Summer After by Carly Fortune because it's like that kind of childhood friends to lovers sort of thing. So I'm still very, very early on in it, but it is like sucking me in. Annabelle Monaghan, this is the second book of hers that I've read, and I think it's actually her second book, but she has a very distinct and like different writing style, but I'm not mad about it. I don't really know how to describe it. It's different because like it kind of jumps around. It's definitely like a lot of showing versus telling, and sometimes too much of that, but I think it's really working for the story. Sorry, the dogs are having a blast. I am going to take my morning and listen to some more of my audiobook because I have been loving this audiobook. So I am going to continue The Wishing Game. I am about halfway through and still loving it. So really eager to see where the story is going to end up going. But so far, so good. Actually been a really big reading day for me. I have gotten a ton of reading done. I've been listening to my audiobook like nonstop while I've been doing work, so I'm quite far through it, and honestly I'm loving it. I'm kind of getting the feeling like as I'm reading it that it's a new favorite, which is really nice. But now obviously I'm in the pool, so I'm going to read this a little bit and kind of just float around because it's very hot. Like it's super hot out, so the pool is pretty warm. Don't mind me, I'm just floating in my pineapple. I'm literally so content, but I have been out of the pool actually. I got out to have lunch and then do some work, and then I had dinner, and now I'm back in the pool because it's just so beautiful today. It's so nice, honestly. This is usually what we have our pool heated to, the temperature that the pool is right now, so like I can't help but enjoy it. But because of that, today has actually been like a huge reading day for me. I've read a ton of Same Time Next Summer. I am more than halfway through it now, and I'm also more than halfway through The Wishing Game. So I'm going to float in the pool some more and read some more of my book because I'm hoping to maybe finish it. I don't know, we'll see. Officially finished two of the books that I was reading in this vlog. I just finished Same Time Next Summer, and I loved this. I ended up really loving it. It is definitely like similar to Every Summer After, but it is different enough. I think one of the main problems a lot of people had with Every Summer After was the kind of like cheating plot line. There was not a cheating plot line despite the characters being with someone else. It was just such a beautiful story. It was really well done. Like most of it in the beginning is really set in the past, and you're seeing how they have kind of gotten to be where they are today. And I thought that was brilliantly done. And then you're getting to see more of the now, but like in that first part is woven in kind of, but then like there's kind of a part two where it's just the now. The reason that they don't talk anymore is one of my like favorite ones that I've read because it makes so much sense to me. Like it's not something stupid, not some like miscommunication thing. It does absolutely make sense. It was just such a good book, honestly. Like I really love this one. It was the perfect summer read. I read most of it today because I think I was like 40 pages in at the beginning of the day, but then I spent my entire day pretty much floating around in the pool on a floaty and could not put this down. I came inside, was reading it. Like it was one of those books where I was just like walking around reading it because I was really invested in it and loved the characters and loved just everything about it, honestly. So I didn't enjoy the first book by this author, but definitely not this much or like nearly as much as I loved this one. This is just like my kind of trope and my kind of storyline, and it was just really good. So expect me to be talking about this one a lot because I think it is a great summer read for this year and one that should be talked about more because I haven't really seen it anywhere, but I also am like so disconnected from the book and like book talk and everything that I don't know what people are actually talking about. So the last book that I have to finish is The Wishing Game. I am so close to being done. I would really like to try and finish this tomorrow. I'm not sure if this book has been hyped up either, but if not, it should be because I am completely falling in love with this story. It is just so sweet and cute and like it is tugging on my heartstrings. Honestly, I love everything about this book so far. It really does feel like I'm reading a new like all-time favorite. So I'm hoping that will continue through the last like third of the book, but we'll see. So I'm probably going to tidy up a little bit and listen to this audiobook while I'm doing that. Although I need to take a look at my to-do list too, because I got so invested in this book that I ended up just kind of giving up on a lot of my responsibilities for the day. But that's really what happens during the summer. I have such a hard time like getting myself to do things where I need to be inside and I need to be on my upstairs computer when it's so nice out and like when the pool is warm. I just have the hardest time being like, no, I need to like actually get work done and everything. So yeah, I've just been doing work that I can do outside, which isn't like a bad thing. It's good to get those things done, but I definitely like end up then having a million things to do the next time it like rains or isn't nice out. So I don't even think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So I'm going to have to kind of like figure out a little bit of a schedule and how I can get everything done because I need to like, I don't know. I just need to figure it out. Like I really got absorbed in that book and the nice weather and was living my ultimate summer dream and just enjoying it, which is fine. I don't want to do that like all the time. Did you hear that? That was the cat sneezing. Bless you, Spud. Amazing. Anyways, I am going to go and listen to my audiobook. I loved this book. Okay, like words cannot describe how much I loved this book. So I got up this morning and I kind of slept in for an hour because we ended up having a really bad storm last night, and storms make me very anxious, and my boyfriend was at work, so I was by myself and I really did not like that. So I ended up going to bed later than planned and ended up getting up a little bit later. And then when I woke up, all I wanted to do was finish this book. That was like literally the only thing that I could do. And I, from the very first page to the very last, completely loved this one. Like I can't even think of anything that I didn't like about it. I finished this book and I immediately made an Instagram post about it, texted my entire family. We'll probably get them all a copy and mail it to them wherever they are because I just love this so much. It's right up there with The Book Thief and Alice for me, which is honestly saying so much. This was just such a beautiful, like feel-good story. It made me so happy and was just all around happy. Like there were definitely sad and emotional moments. That's kind of what made it beautiful, was like the positivity of the story. And it was honestly, I can't really say enough about it. I feel like everyone just needs to read this book if you are a book lover, and especially if you're someone who has like loved books when you were a kid. Like this is really about the magic of books and the magic of books for kids in particular, and kids who are going through things and just people who are going through things, how books can save them and offer them kind of a reprieve from whatever they're going through and give them that hope. It's ultimately such a hopeful story. I just loved this book. I honestly don't even know how I'm going to recover from this book. I don't know what I'm going to read next that could possibly like even get near my love of this book. This has just been like an awesome few days of reading. The past 3 books that I've read, I have thoroughly enjoyed, and I am like thrilled about that, honestly. So since I like started this vlog to read these 3 books, that's going to be all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was kind of different than like the usual weekly reading vlog that I would do, because it was just I was reading 3 books that I'm really loving and I wanted to document the process of them, and I'm glad that I did, because this is definitely like a new all-time favorite for me. But I will probably be doing more of these vlogs where I'm essentially just going to be like vlogging the experience of reading reading whatever I'm reading at the time. I think that is kind of fun, and that's the kind of content that I have been enjoying making recently. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I really hope that you will read at least like some of the books in this video, but if one, read this one. But also, like, they were all really good, but if you're gonna read one recommendation of mine, I would recommend this one. Maybe lower your expectations going in so then you're not gonna be disappointed, but like, I don't think you will be, but just in case, it's so beautiful and I think you'll really love it. So yeah, I will see you guys in another new video very soon. Bye!